Welcome to ZKast, everyone. I'm ZS Caraval from ZK Research, and I'm here in Boston at IBM Think 2025. I'm with Josh Mooney, SVP of Business Development for WongDoody. Josh, tell me what you do, but more importantly, who is WongDoody? What do you do there?
Thank you, ZS. I appreciate the opportunity. So I head sales in North America for the Experience Design Division of Infosys, who acquired us 7 years ago. And yes, it's not a made-up name. WongDoody is our founder's last names. Tracy Wong is our chief creative officer, and he founded the firm as a creative agency 25 years ago with his best friend, Pat Doody.
Okay.
So that's the quick origin story. Pat's retired now, but we were a Seattle-based creative agency working with Amazon and T-Mobile and Alaska Airlines.
Well, that makes sense in Seattle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then really wanted to affect kind of end-to-end digital transformation and experience transformation. And so we were acquired by Infosys, May of 2018.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about an interesting website addition you brought to Mitsubishi. But before we get into that, I want to ask you, when you think of all the changes we've seen in digital platforms and media and things like that, how has the definition of customer experience changed? What do consumers want now? But my research shows that customer experience is now the number one brand differentiators. Often brands lose customers because of a single or a couple of bad experiences, so the stakes are pretty high. And so what's your thinking around that?
I fully agree. Expectations are as high as they've ever been, right? With the brands that are doing it really well, mostly consumer-facing brands, and think of your favorite apps, they've really raised the stakes of what everyone now needs to deliver in a customer experience. So I think personalization probably is the first thing that we're preaching to clients. No customer should have a generic experience, right? Whatever brands you're loyal to, whatever brands that you're frequent, you want an experience that's taking into consideration what you've been doing with them. And then I think it needs to be contextual, right? It's contextual to where you are in your buying journey, where you are in your day part, right? If you're, 2 days before a flight, your experience with your travel provider should be very different than 6 months out, right? So I think it needs to definitely anticipate your needs and meet some pretty high expectations.
Yeah, in fact, I think what's interesting is even the definition of personalization has changed. It used to be, you're a male over 40, you live in Seattle,
Yeah.
right? And now it really comes down to personal preferences, even recent history, where you shop last, where you've been on vacation, preference. I mean, there's so much now that gets rolled into that, right? So,
and I think content is changing a lot, right? In terms of the depth of experience that we expect, how much time you have, whether you're doing research or whether you're on the go and just need a quick snippet of information. I think how we deliver it at the right time, in the right medium, and that right message is so crucial.
Yeah. Now, I want to make sure you get the name in this right. WongDoody built with IBM an AI intelligent companion for Mitsubishi Motors Canada.
That's correct.
Right. So talk about what that is. Obviously, AI is a big topic here at IBM Think, and it's all anybody talks about. So how have you applied it here?
That's right. So Mitsubishi Canada has been a long-time WongDoody client and came to us with a challenge of, hey, how can we debut the new Outlander, their SUV for 2025, in a really unique, memorable way. And so what we talked to them about was how can we bring people into the Outlander through the website in a really powerful, customized, and personalized way. And we did that with the power of Watson X.
And so how is that different than when I go to some website and they have a chatbot up and I start asking it some questions? What does this do that chatbot might not?
It has personality, first of all. Yeah, we worked in a really short time frame with the IBM Orchestrate team to train the AI on the features of the Outlander for sure, but then also give it some personality, right? Because this is, I think you just have to be a bit of an adventurous customer to even consider Mitsubishi right now, right? They're still a challenger brand, and in Canada, they've definitely got their eyes on growth. And so how do we bring a sense of adventure, a sense of personality to it? And what we do that very quickly is by bringing content that would normally live in a configurator, right? The build and price feature or choose color and trim level. We bring that right into the chat experience. So it's custom to the questions you've been asking it.
Okay, well, on a personal note, my mom's from Japan, and all of her brothers and dad all work for Mitsubishi. So I have a personal,
Oh, there you go.
liking that. But give me an example of what you might see that when you say it's got some personality.
You know, you should definitely jump on it. So it lives within the Mitsubishi Canada website, and once you click on the Outlander, it immediately pops up, and it becomes this, what we call sales companion for you to really get you fully versed in whatever area of the vehicle. We all have, I don't know if you're a performance guy, Zeus, or safety, or
More
outdoor.
performance and safety.
Performance,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to want to know how fast is it going to get me to work, and what,
Yeah.
you know, the horsepower and all that. So we don't want to just give you stats and lists of features. We want to bring multimedia into the experience. We want to entice you. So what we did was actually took some CAD CAM files that we got from the vehicle, things that we used to create sort of a digital twin type experience.
Oh, interesting.
And make it much more immersive and impactful.
So I can actually see what it's like to sit in the car before I actually sit in the car.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting. Digital twins obviously a big topic now as well. Now, what was the experience working with IBM like? You mentioned Watson X, you mentioned Orchestrate. What products did you use, and then did they help you at all on with services or something?
They helped a ton. From concept to from just like sharing the idea in a meeting with our clients to proof of concept was only 4 weeks. So we worked really closely, I know, with and in some intense pressure.
Yeah, I imagine you didn't promise 4 weeks. I mean,
No, we were shooting for a deadline for sure, but we're amazed how much that we could get done in a short time, and collaborating with the Orchestrate and Granite teams to bring this to life really quickly. So we had to show that this thing could learn all the different features and trim levels and elements and aspects of the vehicle, as well as begin to profile the customers and bring them information that's really impactful. So at the 4-week mark, we presented the POC to the clients. They were blown away, gave us the green light, and then from launch, from approvals to launch was only another 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So an incredibly short time frame to bring something so impactful to life.
And I got to ask, why IBM and for AI? There's obviously a lot of choices, a lot of hot startup-y type names out there, consumer brands, things like that. Why IBM in this case?
It was an existing Mitsubishi relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, so they brokered the initial introduction, and they were terrific partners. Really just jumped right in, rolled up their sleeves, and got us teed up for success. Right, for us it was a brand new opportunity for us. We hadn't worked yet with Watson X. We had done just a little bit in programming AI experiences, mostly for e-commerce. So for more of a shopping companion, this concierge type experience, we really had to rely on a lot of different partners to come together.
Yeah. And then what are you thinking about doing next with IBM?
Well, this companion currently doesn't connect the experience yet to a dealer, so that's really the next step.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's where are you in your sales journey? How do we bring that whole experience that you had as a man interested in performance? Maybe you even did the build and price tool, which 1 in 8 people are doing when they come to the experience right now. How do we then send that information out to the dealer and sort of fulfill the whole 360?
Yeah, I'm curious too. With now that you've had this experience, has your opinion itself changed of these AI agents? I do wonder if we're going to ever approach a time in the near future. I think we will actually, where when you go on a website and you chat with an agent and it's a human, you might go, I'd rather talk to talk to the AI.
Right.
And I've asked some companies that, and they say, no, that won't be the case. And then I go back to banking, where people said you'd never want to bank through a machine or bank online. You'd always want to talk to somebody, but yet you wouldn't even think about that today, right? And so I'm just curious from your own personal perspective, since
it's
have
changing
you
fast.
Yeah.
It definitely is. I think our expectations, if you're a heavy Claude or ChatGPT user, you've begun to train it, right, in terms of how you want the content. Do you want charts? Do you want video? What kinds of things do you want? And I think the agents that are the brands we love and the brands we spend money with are going to begin to do that too. So, Delta can't bring me, that agent that I love, because she's got too many people to address. But if I could get that AI agent to really understand my preferences, my history with the brand, and bring that relevant content to me at the right time and in the right context, I think that's going to be unbeatable.
And that's really the goal of what you built with Mitsubishi Canada.
It really is.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, if anybody wants to experience the AI agent, they go to
the Mitsubishi Canada website, click on the Outlander, and our AI companion will join you on the page momentarily.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
It's great to meet you, Zeus.
Yeah, no, great. And thanks for the time. Yeah. And so on behalf of Josh Mooney from WongDoody, I'm ZKast from CK Research, and thanks for watching. Give us a like and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on my next episode of ZKast.